tribulations, my heart, my balls, my somebody stop, somebody come and get me. Little did I know that the Lord was riding with me. The dark, the light, my heart, the fight, the wrong, the right is gone.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to another JVS movie review brought to you from the Toronto Film Festival. I like the way to say that. I don't know why. This one is possibly the opening film of Midnight Madness, or the first film I saw of Midnight Madness this year, the Toronto Film Festival. And this one is Weird, an Al Yankovic story. Here's a synopsis for it. The rebellious, unconventional singer Weird Al Yankovic becomes famous for changing the words to world-renowned songs. However, his excessive lifestyle and infamous romance nearly destroys him. And it stars Daniel Radcliffe as Weird Al and Evan Rachel Wood. I'm about to say it completely wrong. Evan Rachel Wood as Madonna. Yes, Madonna. And it's directed by Appel. So here's the quick backstory of this film and Weird Al. A semi-autobiographical movie trailer has been playing for, I want to say, a good 8, maybe more years. Probably about maybe between 8 to 12 years, maybe 10 years. It's been playing during Weird Al shows of this movie about his life that is coming out. And supposedly he took that idea and said, hey, it's about time we actually make a movie out of it. And this is the movie we get out of it. I'll start off by saying, if you are not a fan of Weird Al's videos, if you're not a fan of his songs, this is not a movie you're going to enjoy that much. At times, it feels like a long-form music video. So I remember growing up to his video for I'm Fat, the Michael Jackson, I'm Bad, when he redid that. And for about 2 minutes, it was really, really funny and really, really good. And then it just went on forever and ever. And you're like, oh, like this is gonna be a challenge. Just imagine a film that exact same way. We're introduced to the Al character from the beginning as he's with his mom and his dad, and we see his hijinks as he turns a very classical song into something completely different in front of his dad, makes his dad mad. It's chaos from the jump of this film as we're introduced to what makes Weird Al Weird Al. And any thoughts that this is going to be a conventional biopic goes away after about the first 20 minutes. Because then we get jumping to different things, and then we get different tellings of the famous songs that he did. So, and at first it starts off with him just remaking songs, changing words around. But then it's a huge song of Weird Al's that he made that is a complete rip and, a remake of something different. And the movie portrays it as a completely original song. By that point, I think you kind of know that you're going to get into what makes Weird Al Weird Al. And for better or worse of the film, for better or worse of the viewers, again, if you're not a fan of Weird Al, this is not the movie for you to sit through. Because this movie is ridiculous on a level that is, we get drugs, we get drug cartels, we get Pablo Escobar at one point. Again, Evan Rachel Wood is playing Madonna. Why is she in this movie? Who knows? Does it even matter, really? Not really. You kind of expect the kookiness and the craziness of a Weird Al movie. Now, what you can say to this is, movie is well directed. It looks great. You can really see that Eric really worked to make the transitions of shots look great. Daniel Radcliffe, you can't say more about him in this role. Because he embraced the crazy and the silliness of what the script called for. And for better or worse, he's great in this film because he's great with the material that he's given in this film. So I can't blame him for it. I came to realize I wasn't that big of a Big Al fan, but I can understand and enjoy a true slapstick type of comedy. This film, while I thought it would be a biopic, is way more in the vein of a Naked Gun. of just the lunacy and the craziness of everything you're going to see, everything you're going to get thrown at you. It's nothing that's going to make much sense to you. It's not supposed to make much sense to you. It's just supposed to be something that you can sit back and just be blown away by the absurdness of it all, including one scene where it's in a backyard and lots of cameos. That's all I'll say. Even a couple you don't expect to see. They're there. It's a lot. But this movie is packed full of those type of cameos. It's packed full of those type of moments where it's made to blow you away that, hey, you can't believe this happened. So if you're coming into this thinking you're going to learn more about Weird Al, you don't. Unfortunately, you don't. You can watch his music videos and possibly learn more about him than you will in this movie. But what you get in this movie is possibly the inner workings of how his mind works. Because him and Eric co-wrote the film. So you kind of get the way his mind works when you see this film. All the craziness, all the kookiness, all the lunacy that you get in this film, you kind of realize, well, this is just Weird Al. This is what he's going to give you. This is what you got to accept as a movie. Again, if you're not a fan of Big Al, I don't know why you would go see a weird movie. It makes no sense if you're not a big fan of Big Al that you would, of Weird Al if you was to go see this film. But if you just want to see slapstick, very 80s-ish, early 90s-ish type of screwball comedies, the Naked Guns, the Hot Shots, those type of comedies, which we never get anymore. If you're a fan of those, I think you're gonna go into this and love it. If you're expecting to get a structured story with a plot that makes sense and learn more about Weird Al, this is not the movie for you. You're gonna absolutely hate it. So just go into it understanding the type of movie you're gonna get here. That's the key part with here. But if you are a fan of Weird Al, I'm almost 1,000% sure this is the movie you expected to get. So, Weird, an Al Yankovic story from the Toronto Film Festival. Out of a possible 10, I'm going to give Weird a 6 out of 10. In the end, I do love these type of comedies. I am a huge fan of Hot Shots and Hot Shots 2 and all the Naked Guns I absolutely loved. And these are the type of comedies that are missing in the space of film that we do now. So it just brought back so much nostalgia. Not just Big Al and the songs bring back nostalgia, but just the way the film is structured, bringing back the nostalgia to make me say, hey, this is the type of comedies I like. Granted, I can't fully overlook that the plot makes absolutely no sense. Most of the cameos are 100% unnecessary, and Madonna's in it. Well, Evan Rachel Wood is playing Madonna, and it's things that they do with Madonna that I'm like, oh, yeah, I'm good. But it is still something to me that you can enjoy, again, especially if you're a Weird Al fan. So check it out when it drops. This has been another JVS movie review from the Toronto Film Festival. Peace, people.